Hello and welcome back to the Feminine Upgrade. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. In today's video, we will be talking about why you shouldn't tell men about your past relationships. And I know you may think it's a bonding experience and a chance to get to know them better and see what they have been through so you can know how to handle being with them and know their triggers. It sounds great, I know, but that's more of a woman's thinking with that kind of thing. And not to say men don't think like that, but the majority is not looking at it in that way. I will be going over that in this video, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. So reason number one why you shouldn't tell the new guy about your past relationship is because it's irrelevant. You shouldn't put energy into the past. After you make peace with it and close and lock the door, it should remain that way. Don't open that door of potential trauma just to share with someone else who you don't know like that. Reason number two is sometimes when you start talking about the past relationship, you might end up trauma dumping, which doesn't sit well in most situations. And also you might say too much that may lead that guy to thinking you still have feelings for your ex, even if you don't. Reason number three is sometimes guys are wanting to know this information just so that they can try to do the opposite, to let your guard down and make you trust them even more, and the whole time they're just trying to run games on you. Sometimes I feel like us women share with the new man the bad things about our ex, looking for comforting words from the new guy or to know they are on your side, which is like, it shouldn't matter. That's why you should heal first and close that door before trying to enter another relationship. Reason number four is you might be telling too much about who you are to that guy, and us feminine women know that you shouldn't share too much and should put things in a classy manner. If you say too much, then what could happen is now they think, oh, you will tolerate a lot of crap from these guys and you will do the same for them. They will recognize your patience level and use that to their advantage. They will utilize your good heart and nice nature for making you not want to get mad at them. You would have told them how much you are willing to take and accept from a man to the guy you want to be with, and they may do the same thing and have less respect for you than they would have had they not known that information. But then again, if they repeat these things, then they probably never had that much respect for you in the beginning to start with, because this is why we say that people treat you how you treat you. So if you are staying in a bad relationship and somebody finds out about it, then chances are they're not gonna treat you like a high value woman or give you that kind of respect, because they feel like you don't love yourself and respect yourself enough either. So why should they? So a way to respond back to these guys when they ask you about your previous relationship or what you've been through or why did you and the last guy not work out, you should say, we just grew apart, and leave it at that. No matter what all went down, no matter how bad it was, how good it was, just simply say, we grew apart. You don't have to go into details. This is such a classy way to respond back to a question like that without telling too much. Or some may even ask what was the number one hardship of your last relationship as to what you think went wrong. You can respond back with, I believe the timing for us just wasn't right. If they try to persist on you telling them why it didn't work out, then that's probably a red flag right there in itself. But also you can say, I don't feel comfortable talking about a relationship that involved two people if the second party is not present. I don't believe in talking about people who aren't around to tell their side of the story. Me personally, a man persisting on something like that wouldn't get a second date from me, because it makes me wonder, why do they want to know so badly the exact reason? Now, this response is such a different kind of response, especially when it comes down to a relationship, because normally people will share their experience from their perspective and usually sound like the victim of the relationship. Saying something like that might be a bit intimidating to that guy, but also make him see you as a fair person. So I actually have a funny story time about this situation and how something similar happened to me when talking to this guy. So what I did, because I was just curious as to what would happen if he knew a piece of information. So I mixed together a lie and truth about something that happened between me and an ex, and he literally laughed, and then literally within 24 hours repeated the same exact thing I told him the guy did. It's fine because I knew we weren't going to be together anyways and was literally just experimenting with what would happen. But when has oversharing ever benefited anyone? You open up a space for drama to happen and gossip. If you keep touching base with the past, then it will always have a hold on you that will keep you from moving forward. So what do you do if he shares his story about what happened to him and his ex? Sometimes people do self-disclosure to get other people talking and to share their story, but at the end of the day, you don't have to say anything that you don't want to say. And please don't make that for you feel inclined to share your story about your ex. You can just simply react to his story and show compassion, and that's it. I wouldn't even ask questions about it to dig deeper, because that's when they flip it and start to ask you questions. And honestly, I would just respond back to what he has shared and then try to move the topic on to something else. And if he tries to shame you for it or call you secretive or anything like that, I would also not give him a second date, because there's a certain level of immaturity that comes with saying stuff like that. That's just something you don't need in your life, especially as a high value woman. A high value man will understand instantly and move accordingly without the back talk or questioning you down. So that is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in another video.